Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today I am joined by my lovely fiancée, as you guys can clearly see. It's been a while since we've done a beer review, so I thought it would be pretty cool to do so. Plus, she loves her hoppy beers, and this beer that we are drinking tonight should be very, very hoppy. This is Dogfish Head 120 Minute IPA. This is the big boy we cannot get in Ohio, so I got to give a big shout out to Tom Bradfield. He very kindly sold me a 4-pack of this beer. I have been wanting to try this one for years. It is between 15 and 20% ABV, so yeah, no chance of getting this in Ohio whatsoever. They call it an Imperial IPA, but it's quite a bit stronger than any IPA I've ever heard of before. As you guys probably know, it's continuously hopped for 120 minutes. It is then dry hopped every single day for an entire month and aged on whole leaf hops. Holy crap. So, this one should be very, very interesting. This is also a pretty fresh batch. This is from June of 2014, so that puts us at about 2 months old, so making this a pretty fresh one. I figured, because I've asked a few people, I've heard a lot of mixed opinions. Some people say age this one for a few years, some people say drink it as fresh as possible, so I figured since there are so many split opinions, I got a 4-pack, I figured we might as well try it fresh, and then we will see how it ages as well. So, you ready to give this thing an aroma?
I think so.
Alright guys, let's check it out. Wow. Oh my god, that is intense. Holy crap.
All hot.
Whew, yeah, very, very, it's like straight hops. I'm getting kind of tangerine, orange peel, very citrusy. I'm getting some
apricot.
grapefruit. Yeah, a little bit of
Serious
apricot. Also getting those really sweet malt notes. Like, do you get some malt sweetness as well?
Yeah, I'm getting a caramel.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost what I'm relating to is like a caramelized apricot.
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah,
have
like
real
candied
apricot,
fruits almost.
You get that sweet, sugary, brown sugar note to it,
Mm-hmm.
but then you're also getting that citrus, apricot-y, tangerine, nectarine type quality to it.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I get a lot of like this rich toffee too in addition to that caramel.
Yeah, it does, for what it is
Very intense. I don't smell a whole lot of straight up alcohol. I do get a little bit of a boozy note. Not
There's a
over
little
the
bit of
top.
burn on your nostrils.
But for being as strong as it is, I was expecting it to be a little bit offensive. I was, yeah, exactly, more pronounced alcohol, but yeah, it smells really hoppy. It smells really, really super sweet. I mean, it smells like straight hops off a vine almost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, well, you know what? I can't wait anymore. You want to take our first sip here? Alright, cheers guys. Wow. Wow. That is definitely a big ass beer. Oh my god. I will say though, it's not quite as over the top boozy as I was thinking it would be for being so fresh, but I definitely got some alcohol heat on
There's
it.
a bit of an afterburn.
Mm-hmm.
Like after you've swallowed it, then you can feel that heat coming a little back up in the back of your throat.
Definitely.
But there's no real alcohol to the tongue.
No, I can't really taste it. Right away, I do get those bigger citrus fruits. I got like some orange peel, I got some apricot, I got some tangerine, I got some grapefruit, bittersweet grapefruit too. Like a really nice, ripe, ruby red type of grapefruit notes. Almost, like when you have the fresh fruit, but then you also add a little bit of that sugar on top. It kind of tastes like that. What all are you getting?
You get that real toffee caramel note to it, which again I'm going to relate to the apricot. I feel like this is real apricot forward for me. I'm picking up the sweet, fruity notes, the tartness of the apricot, but then as well as almost those caramelized characteristics of it. If you were to cook it on a
grill
frying
or something.
pan or on the grill, you get that caramelized
you get those
juices and
sugars.
sugars.
Yeah,
that's what I'm really getting in here.
Yeah, I would agree because you do have those kind of more citrus and stone fruit notes, but I also get a lot of sweetness on this one. I'm getting kind of almost a sticky glaze on my lips in general. It's kind of syrupy, sweet almost. I definitely get the caramel, the toffee, malt notes. I get like a little bit of a sweet bready malt backbone too.
Definitely.
I will say though, interestingly enough, despite how intense this is, it's almost balanced in a weird way. Not balanced in a traditional way because it's so, high in alcohol, it's so intense in flavor. But I feel like the hoppy notes, the bitter notes are really just very balanced with those sweeter characters. It's almost like drinking a hop liqueur. except it's carbonated. What I will say, because I've had a few bigger beers, and I will say what's pleasantly surprising, it actually has a very nice, almost to the point of being like a crisp type of finish. It is a little bit syrupy in the mouthfeel. I think it's very, very coating. It's got a very drying effect on the palate. Like, I mean, this thing takes your tongue and it scrapes it with hop bitterness.
Yeah, it does. It's very, very hop forward. Give it about an 8.
Okay.
I do enjoy it. However, I think the alcohol is a little too present in it for me. And I don't like how forward the malt really is.
Okay.
I love when they're bitter and they're grapefruit, and it has this, but I feel like it's a little too malty for my personal taste.
And you also like a lot of the tropical fruity type of IPAs.
Exactly. I like super citra hop beers. And I mean, not saying that I don't like this. It is a good beer, and I understand why people go crazy for it. But personally, for me, it's nothing I would get again.
Okay. So you like it, but do you think you'll like it more with age on?
Probably not, because I think that, I mean, obviously, obviously the hops are going to fall out, and you're going to be left with that malty character, and I'm not a big malt person.
Right.
I'm a hop person.
Makes total sense to me. So as far as your rating for me, guys, I'm going with a 9 out of 10. I'm enjoying it, especially for what it is. I did figure it was going to be sweet. I figured it was going to be boozy. I figured that it was going to be, pretty malty. And it is all those things, but at the same time, that really intense just hop flavor, not the tropical fruits, but like the citrus, the grapefruit, the orange peel with a little bit of pine in there. I mean, it works with those sweeter toffee caramel malts. It's an interesting beer, but I will say it's cool stuff. If you guys have not checked it out, do so. And of course, check back in a few years if I'm still doing this to see an aged review. Alright guys, that does for this beer review. Please remember, rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I hope whatever you're doing involves good craft beer. Cheers.